At Punnya, we often say our children learn beyond books. And today I'm sitting down with Punnya School's principal, Miss Ruchika Bhasin, and I would like her to elaborate on the statement. In fact, what I want to know more is how does learning process at Punnya different to what you usually get in the mainstream schools?
Thank you, Senia. We've all grown up believing that learning is only to do with books. Everything that we learn is via books or through books. Do you agree to this?
Yeah, no, 100%. People naturally think that learning at schools is about reading, looking at the board, and following the clear instructions from the teacher. But we tend to, this is definitely a part of learning at Punja, but I would say it's just a part of it. We do a lot more than that. Yeah.
So
Tell us a
to
little.
elaborate on it, we have all, yes, grown up believing that learning has been coming to us via books. But here at Punya, that's the difference that we make. It does not come just via books. Yes, books and academics play a very, very, very crucial part. They play a very crucial role towards the learning of any child. As an adult, also, we still are learning via books and different means, but we're also learning in every single stance that we take at school. Every step that we take has a learning attached to it, from a warm welcome to a healthy goodbye, to all the smiles that are there in the school. The kids are all learning in different forms, different aspects. They have been engaged in such a manner that they are growing with every single second.
I did notice that our teachers actually create opportunities for that learning take place. For instance, this morning I saw them doing something at the assembly here. Could you tell us a little bit more about what was happening this morning?
Assemblies are very fun here. If I was a child, I would have totally loved it. And that's what I think keeps the kids so excited as well. What they were doing today was just purely rhyme time. So they did their nursery rhymes in the assembly so that they could also enjoy. So they, while doing those rhymes, they learned about weather, they learned about shapes, they learned about community, they learned about mote lala ka laddu, and so on. But at the same time, they learned social belongingness as well, that we have to do things together and how we can make it better.
I love that. That's basically a true example of how nursery rhymes don't just belong to the books. They belong in real life, in the morning, when kids are gathered outside with their teachers, modeling language, modeling how to pronounce certain words. So I thought that was a really good example of how we at Punja do things differently. Anything you would like to add on to this?
Yes, absolutely. So what happens is, not just nursery rhymes, even if they are going to the class and they're doing the circle time, they're doing their learning centers, they're doing their academics, they're doing different sort of activities. Everything is linked in a manner. The curriculum that we have is such beautifully and lovingly developed for these kids that they are being driven towards an outcome at the end of the day. It is not that they are just being taught ABCs. They are being given the knowledge of the world. And that's how learning here at Pune is different than any other mainstream school, because we do not treat our young kids as just young kids. We treat them as adults, and we want to give them what adults get.
Yeah, this sounds very interesting, but I would love to hear an example on.
Yeah. I'll give you an example from a recent activity that we did with our kids. It was World UN Day on 24th of October, and we invited peacemakers to speak to our children on video call. Imagine the excitement of all these little ones speaking to these people in their own proper uniforms, and them telling to the kids about where they're from, which country they are leading, showing them the flags. They also were so cooperative. They went ahead and showed them their tanks and all. And you know how kids get. But did they just learn to speak to someone on the phone? No, they learned about different nationalities. They learned about what UN is. They even said hello to them in their own language, so they learned about different languages. Isn't that learning beyond books?
That's true. That's a really good example. Love it. Thank you.